Hello again everyone, and welcome to the next devlog for Eldir Online, a free hardcore old-school MMORPG project. Before I jump into the updates, I want to make an announcement. Eldir Online is going to open for playtesting on the 29th of May. The server is going to go live at 5 PM GMT, and anyone who is registered as a playtester will be able to sign up and play. If you are interested in participating in the playtests, make sure you join the Discord link in the description. Once you join the server, go to the roles channel and grab yourself a playtester role. I will be sending out access codes to all participants with the role, and the playtests are currently planned to go on indefinitely. Also, in the light of the playtesting server opening up, I will be hosting an in-game event. At launch, participants will have a chance to win a reward. Players will be able to find specific artifacts throughout the world in different areas with various levels of difficulty. The first 3 players to find all of the artifacts will be rewarded with Discord Nitro and a special role on the server. All subsequent players who find the artifact will also be given the role. In the future, the role will also come with a cosmetic in-game item, although I have not yet decided what that item is going to be. So, if you are interested in Eldir Online and you want to give the game a shot, I am looking forward to seeing you there and hearing your feedback. Now, on to what's been happening in development. The first thing I want to cover is the expansion of the current NPC roster. The village is a little bit more populated with a variety of different residents, all of which have a story to tell. You can learn more about the village of Wilton and hear rumors about other affairs around the island. But simple dialogue is not the only thing which you can do when interacting with NPCs. Outside of trading, which has already been a system before, NPCs can now offer simple quests. The quest system can support things like killing specific monsters, collecting specific items, talking to specific people, or even opening specific chests in the world. This sounds very much like a very typical quest design, and there is not much innovation in this space yet, but I think this is a solid start to have a fully fledged MMORPG system. When a quest is available to the player, an NPC will have a bubble with a question mark above their head to indicate to the player that the quest is available. When a quest is given, the player will have the ability to look at the current details of the quests and the progress by going to the journal menu. I want players to have a reference to the quests that have been offered, but locating the areas which the players have to go to is still left entirely to exploration. There are no quest indicators on the minimap. Outside of these visually announced quests, players will still have the opportunity to discover unique interactions with NPCs based on other hidden flags, such as holding specific items, having spoken to specific NPCs, or having necessary level requirements. This helps ensure that there is still a good level of mystery and secret exploration in the game. There is one more extra NPC interaction which I have added. There is now a bank system in which players can deposit their golden items. Ultimately, I want Eldir Online to be a hardcore MMORPG experience. What this means in practice is that being out in the open world with all of your items in your inventory always comes at a risk. When a player dies, the intention is for all of the items which the player is currently holding in the inventory to be dropped upon death. This, of course, can be prevented by making sure that all valuable items are stored in the bank. Going out to hunt, quest, and explore should feel like something is at stake. After you spend some time looting items and golds from monster, going back to town to deposit the valuables is meant to be another part of the adventure which comes with a risk. In turn, this should make the process of grinding more thrilling and rewarding. Speaking of risk, thrill, and reward, the PvP system is now implemented. Open PvP was always a strong consideration for Eldir Online, and combined with a full inventory loss system, this comes with a lot of exciting and potentially frustrating moments. One of the biggest risks in a system like this is that if we incentivize players too much to go around and kill people for gear, the gameplay loop is going to be quite frustrating, especially for players who are lower level, yet still victims to the player killers. As such, I have implemented a reputation system. When any innocent player is killed, the killer suffers a loss to their reputation. Reputation losses are significantly harsher depending on how much lower level the victim is compared to the killer. On the flip side, when a criminal is killed by a player, that player is then rewarded with reputation points. Having low reputation locks you out of certain interactions with certain NPCs. When your reputation is low enough, this means that you might not be able to trade or take quests from most NPCs anymore. Now, having some discussion with friends, partners, and also members of the Discord server, there are still a number of flaws with the reputation system. Something like this can be easily abused by kill traders, and locking out interactions completely can be very demoralizing and frustrating to players. As such, I think the system is still going to need quite a few overhauls before it can work well. But I am hoping to get to that point with more iterations and feedback from the community. Some cool ideas which we discussed were things like, instead of locking out interactions completely, we could instead increase the prices in shops based on your level of reputation. An idea which went in a completely different direction was actually to have some underground areas or factions which are operating as outlaws, which would prefer to interact with players that have low reputation. This of course still doesn't get around the issue of low-level player griefing and kill trading, but I am sure there is some clean way of bringing those ideas together in a clean, coherent system. If you guys have any suggestions, thoughts, or ideas which you think might work, or have worked in games in the past, please feel free to share them in the comments or the Discord server. I'm always happy to discuss. One more improvement which you might have noticed from the videos is that there is now a fog of war system on the minimap, as I have promised in the previous video. You can only see parts of the map which you have previously visited, which I think complements the spirit of exploration further. Now, outside of system changes, I have also been spending a significant amount of time on adding new content, some of which you have already seen in the form of dialogue trees and quests. While I have finished the full overworld map in the previous devlog, I have been working on adding more tunnels, underground areas, and secrets which can be explored at different layers of depth. There is also 2 new kinds of monsters. I do not want to go into too much detail and reveal all of these too early, but you can see a few sneak peeks from the video in the background. In addition to that, the animations for attack fields are also more aligned with the theme of the monster, with most of the attacks at the moment being bites since, well, most wildlife seems to attack with their jaws. Maybe not snails, but hey, let's roll with it for now. Outside of content and mechanics, a bulk of my time has went into polishing the game and fixing bugs, especially for the upcoming playtest release. I have worked on making sure that the game runs smoothly by optimizing the way in which chunks and resources are loaded. There have also been a lot of other bugs which I have been trying to weed out as much as possible. The game is still not perfect, and I am sure there will be many bugs which other players will encounter during the playtests, but such is the nature of the pre-alpha release, and I hope that with all your feedback I'll be able to make the game even more polished. This is all I wanted to talk about in today's devlog. The next week will be focused on stability and balance ahead of the playtests, with a bit more polish on the content so there is enough there for players to explore and hopefully enjoy. So, if you're interested in Eldir Online and you want to give it a shot, sign up on the Discord, grab the playtester role, and I'll see you on the 29th. Thank you all for your continued support, and I'll catch you in the next one.